Okay, so everyone, here we are. We are going to do 3D problems part 2 for this video here. And let's take a look at this problem that we have now. We're given a right triangular prism. So that means this triangle is the base and it is a right triangle here. The height of the prism is EC is 4. So this height here is 4. G is the midpoint of EC, so that's the midpoint. So that means these are equal, which means they're both 2 centimeters. AC has a length of 5 centimeters, so AC is here across the bottom is 5 centimeters, and AB has a height or a length of 2, so it's 2 centimeters here. We want to write down the length of GC. Oh, well, it's the midpoint. Write it down means there's no calculations to do typically, and so GC I already figured out. It's the midpoint is 2 centimeters. And then I want to find the length of AG. That's going across the bottom here. Here's A, my point A, and here is G. So I'm looking for this distance here. Well, let's get a sense of what this prism actually looks like. So here's my prism, and I can zoom in here a little bit. And so I can see that I'm looking for this. Here's A, here's G, and here's C. I can see that there's a right triangle underneath here. And so I'm going to use, if that's the case, I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem to help me find the missing side. So if I redraw that triangle, I know here's the triangle. It's where the prism is sitting on, and this is the point C. This is G, which we know is 2. This is a right angle, and this is A. We know that CA is 5. So if I want to find AG, well, using Pythagorean theorem, I can find out AG. 4 plus 25 is 29. And so AG is simply going to be, AG will be the square root of 29, which I know that to be approximately 5.39 centimeters to 3 significant figures. All right, the next part says determine the measure of angle AGB. So AGB. Well, if I take a look at this again, I'm looking for the angle that is right in here. And if I consider that I have a right triangle here through the center, I know that this is the hypotenuse, this is along the base, and this is along the upper edge of the prism. And so my right triangle, if I'm looking for this angle here, I can use this side AG and AB to help me out. And so if I redraw my triangle, here's going along the edge or the face that the prism is sitting on. So this is G to A, and then I go up to B, and then I go down to B, and this is my right triangle. And I know I'm looking for this angle theta. From my calculations, I know AB is 2, and AG is square root of 29. So in order to find angle theta, I'll switch now to purple. I find angle theta. I know this is my opposite and this is my adjacent. So again, I'm going to use tangent of theta will be my opposite over my adjacent. And so then to find the angle, I go to my calculator, go second tangent, and I go 2 divided by the square root, 29, and I hit enter on that, and I end up with 20.4 degrees approximately. Okay, so using trigonometry and Pythagoras, we can find lots of information in the 3D problems.